Alright, what's going on, everyone? Sorry, I'm just getting my camera set up. This is Mr. Real Fitness coming at you live. And today we're going to talk about bulking, right? So, putting on some muscle mass, so that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk to you about how I structure my bulks and what I kind of do and what works well for me. This is all going to be my advice, so, before you follow so at your own discretion. I don't really want to be responsible for anything, so if you die, no, I'm just kidding. But, I don't want to be responsible for anything, so consult your doctor, consult your physician, and follow so at your own discretion. All right? So, firstly, we're going to take a look at the nutrition. So, I think whatever your fitness goal is, whether it's to gain muscle or lose fat, nutrition right here is going to be the king. So, as far as nutrition, I like to be in a caloric surplus of 500. What does that mean? Basically, you're going to have a maintenance level of calories. So that's how much calories your body is burning on a daily basis. Now, from that maintenance level of calories that you get, you want to eat more than that. That's going to be a caloric surplus. For those who don't know how to calculate your maintenance calories, I'll put a link to some free calorie calculators down in the description that I find. Hopefully that'll be helpful. They'll give you a good estimate. So, from the estimate that you get for your maintenance, I personally go 500 more than that. So my maintenance calories hover around 2,700. So I add 500 to that, and my bulking calories become 3,200. All right, and that's a good place for me to start. I find with 500, I gain a decent amount of muscle as well as, but you're gonna gain some fat as well. But I find it's a good ratio of muscle to fat. Now, next in your nutrition is going to be your macronutrients. Now, as far as macros go, I'd say protein right here is the king. So if you had a terrible day of eating, you don't know what you ate for carbs, went to an office party, ate whatever the heck you wanted, then that's okay. I think, if you don't know what your carbs or fat are, at the very least, you should have an estimate of where your protein is at. Because protein is going to be the most important on, whether or not you put on muscle or not. So I would say the general advice I see is 0.8 to 1 gram protein per pound of body weight when you're bulking. I personally like to go for the 1 gram per pound of body weight because I'd rather eat too much protein than too little protein. That's just my mentality, right? So 1 gram per pound of body weight, I weigh 170. That's going to be 170 grams of protein. For those who want to maybe eat a little bit less protein, you can shoot for 0.8, and how you would calculate your protein intake. You're going to take 0.8 times that by however much you weigh, and the number that you get will be how much protein you're going to eat in the day. All right. Now, next we have fat. As far as fats go, I'd say 20% is the bare minimum. You need a healthy amount of fats in your diet for your body to function at a solid level, as well as to keep your hormones nice and healthy. So I'd say 20% is the bare minimum that you want to aim for in your diet. I like to go for the 30% because I like peanut butter, I like cheese, I like eggs, I like all that jazz. So 30% is going to be my number. Now, how would that look in real time? Well, I take my bulking calories, which we figured out earlier was 3,200, and then I times that by 0.3 because that's 30% of my calories, and then I get the number 960. Now, the number that you get, you want to divide that number by 9. So I divided 960 by 9 because there's 9 calories in a gram of fat. And I got 106.6, which is fairly high, but I like it, so it's good. So 106.6, round that up to 107. So my fats are going to be 107 grams. Alright? Now, the last one we have is carbohydrates. As far as carbohydrates go, I would say just fill up the rest of the calories you have. Fill them out with carbs, to get, carbs are going to give you that energy, going to be nice and good, and they taste pretty good too, right? We all like, bread, we all like spaghetti, we all like pasta, all that stuff. So, fill the rest of your calories with carbs. How's that going to look like in real time? Basically, you're going to take the protein intake you got earlier. So in my case, it was 170, and you're going to want to times that by 4 because there's 4 calories per gram of protein. That's going to give you 680 in my scenario. And then you're going to also want to take your fat calories. How do you calculate your fat calories? Well, we already figured that out earlier But what you can also do is, with the grams that you got, 107 grams in my experience, you're going to want to times that by 9, because 9 calories per gram of fat, and that should give you how many fat calories you have. So in my scenario, that was 680 calories from the protein, and 963 calories roughly for the fat. And then what you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to add those two numbers up, and then the number that you get in my scenario, adding my protein and fat calories, got me 1,643. You're going to want to take your total bulking calories for the day. For me, it was 3,200, and you're going to want to subtract the number of your accumulated protein and fat. So 3,200 minus 1,643, that gave me 1,557. And now the number that you get, you want to divide that by 4, because there's 4 calories in a gram of carb. And that's going to give me 389 I believe that says 9. My writing is, as you can see, beautiful, that I can't even read it. So 389.9 rounded up to 390 grams of carbs, right? So in real time, that looks like 170 grams of protein, 107 grams of fat, and 390 grams of carbs. Alright, glad we got that figured out. It's good stuff. Good work, everyone. Alright, so next we got the training, alright? So now this is really important. This really grinds my gears for those of you who watch Family Guy. You know, this is something I did for a long time, and this is a big reason I didn't see progress for a long time, is because I kept what they call program hopping. I kept switching from one program to another. So my best advice from a training point of view is to find a damn program and stick with it. Alright, you want to find a good program. You know, you can find hundreds of programs online. You honestly don't need to pay for one. Literally just search training program. You know, if your goal is building muscle. If your goal is strength, training program for strength, and find one that you like, and you know, stick with it. Don't switch it 2 weeks in, or you know, 1 week in, or 3 weeks in. Stick it out to the end, and you know, watch, you'll get progress. I promise you'll see progress. Alright. So find that program and stick with it. Now within that program, I just want to give some indicators on what would constitute a good program in my opinion. So make sure that program has compound movements. That's going to be your pull-ups, your chin-ups, your deadlifts, your squats, your bench, your rows. So compound movements are going to be movements that work more than one muscle group at once, right? So in my opinion, those are key for building as much muscle as possible. I found, because I used to do just like curls and stuff all the time, and I found I saw very minimal progress. When I started doing heavy compound movements, my progress shot. So I'd say compound movements are extremely important. Next is going to be progressive overload, right? What progressive overload means is make sure your program is making you improve on a, you know, over time basis. So whether it's monthly or weekly or whatever, you know, make sure that it's making you either lift more weight or do more reps or do more sets so that you're improving. Because if you're not improving, you're not growing, right? So make sure you're improving, and if you're lifting more weight from 1 month to another, that's a good sign. It means, you know, you're probably making some gains, right? And that's what it's all about. So that's what we're trying to do. Alright, so progressive overload. Now this is one that I am so surprised to see how little it is addressed in a lot of the programs. You want to make sure your program has some sort of periodization or deloading protocol. Alright, so what that basically means is, once you've been training hard, you know, training your butt off for a couple of weeks, you're accumulating fatigue. So your body's, you know, starting to get tired, starting to get strained. You'll notice that you might be getting some pains and things like that. Once that starts to happen, in my opinion, every 6 to 8 weeks, you want to deload. You want to turn that fatigue down. What does a deload mean? A deload is when you purposefully turn down your training volume to an almost bare minimum level, where it's not challenging at all. And the point of it is to let your body recover. And you can also, I just put a little bit. You can also just take a couple of days off the gym if you like. That's the way I like to do it. Because whenever I go to the gym, I struggle with not going hard. I don't know why, it's just a thing. So basically, either turn down your training volume way low, or just take a couple of days off, or you know, some sort of periodization that allows you to deaccumulate all the fatigue that you've accumulated through the weeks of hard training, right? So in my opinion, every 6 to 8 weeks, there needs to be some sort of form of periodization or deloading, right? But yeah, just make sure your program has some sort of deload, some sort of periodization, So you're not going, super hard every single day, and by the 8th week you have a tendonitis and a whole bunch of issues, and you're tired all the time, because overtraining is a real thing. I don't want to hear anybody say you're just under eating, under sleeping. Heck no, alright? Overtraining is a real thing. You need to be careful, but at the same time, do push yourself and you'll be making good gains, alright? Now, just some closing notes. Don't get too thick, alright? Now, this is a problem that is prevalent within the fitness community. You get on your first bulk. I did this my first bulk. You get on your first bulk, you're excited, you want to make some gains, and you just eat everything in sight. Oh, I gotta put on muscle. Give me that pizza. Give me that Nutella, all that stuff. But that is a bad idea. If you're eating everything in sight, most likely you're putting on a lot more fat than muscle. And once you cut back to get rid of all that fat, it's going to take you a long time. And if it was anything like my dirty bulk, you probably didn't even put on that much muscle anyway. So don't get too thick. All right. Now next, your rate of weight gain. I would say you want to gain. I personally gain 1 pound per week, which I know some people is a little bit too much. So you don't have to follow that. That's just what I enjoy doing. I find it keeps me energized at the gym, and it just makes me feel like I'm making progress. Because if sometimes when I'm not gaining weight, I personally feel like I'm not making progress. It's just a mental thing too, right? So you don't have to follow that. I would say if you're getting anywhere from 1 to 2% of your body weight per month, you're probably in a pretty good place, all right? So that's like a good shooting range, if you will. So if you're within that, you're probably doing all right. And lastly, track your progress. See where your lifts are at. See, are you getting stronger? See, are you doing more reps? Are you doing more sets? See what your body's looking like. Are you looking a little bit thick? Are you looking too thick? And or are you putting on some good muscle? So track your progress. Look in the mirror. Look at the scale. And from there, kind of gauge. If you're getting too thick, maybe turn the calories down. If you're gaining a good amount of muscle, you have a lot of energy, maybe keep it that way for a little bit. Kind of gauge it that way. And lastly, have fun, man. This is going to be, especially for my beginners out there who are literally just started lifting, this is going to be some of the best time of your training career. You're going to be putting on muscle like never before. If you're a natural, when you first start lifting, is going to be like a pinnacle of your training career, right? Because that's when you're going to put on the most amount of muscle. So have fun, enjoy this, and just enjoy this time where you're going to be putting on muscle like you've never put on before. Because if you're a complete beginner, A, you've never trained, but B, as you get more and more advanced, you're going to realize, and you're going to look back on this time and be like, damn, that was a lot of fun. So, basically, have fun, enjoy this time, enjoy putting on some muscle, enjoy getting admired, those girls who rejected you, they're going to be pulling up your phone again. It's like, ooh, you're looking pretty big. I was like, no, I'm just messing around. But, have fun, enjoy this. This is your time to improve yourself, get better, get bigger. And, yeah, that's about all I really have to say. Thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate and love all the support. I can't emphasize that enough. It really does mean a lot to me. And it's one of my first videos, so hopefully there'll be a lot more coming in the future. I want to put one up every week. And hope that was informative. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you're at. Peace.